Good evening all. See, today we have the GATE 2023 Civil Engineering morning session paper analysis. I want to submit that don't think that this is exactly the paper. It is purely based on the memory-based questions given by our students. So there may be something difference in data, options or everything. Okay, the final paper once the GATE committee publishes, that is final. So hope you have written well. Assume even if you have not written well, nothing to worry. If not GATE, there will be some other great opportunity may be waiting for you. So based on the data given, our team of subject experts led by Dr. A.K. Sir will take up this session. Hope you'll enjoy, and if you have any doubts, feel free to connect us. Thank you. God bless you.
Hello everyone. Let me go into details of this paper. Let me summarize the total pattern of the questions in terms of numerical answer type, the MSQs as well as MCQs. So as you see here, the NAT questions are something around 22 and MCQs 33 and MSQs, multiple select questions, they are also considerable, that is 10 questions. So this is a regular pattern. There is no much deviation as far as this nature is concerned. Let me discuss the weightage given in the latest GATE 2023, the Forenoon session civil engineering paper. So here I am displaying the weightage given for this 2023 along with the previous 2022 GATE exam as well. So like every year, without any surprise, this year also the geotechnical engineering enjoys the highest weightage that you can see there. So 6 2-mark questions and 4 1-mark questions, that comes to be about 16 marks, the highest weightage given for the GT subject. It's not something surprise. Every year this is more or less the same pattern, 14 to 16 questions coming up. And next followed by, you can see the environmental engineering. So 4 2 marks questions and 3 1-mark questions. So that comes to be about 11 marks in total. And then as usual, the transportation engineering, it has 2 2-marks questions, that is 4 plus 6 2, that are around 6 marks questions. And mathematics aptitude, there is no change at all. That is a regular weightage as usually what you see in the gate papers of civil engineering. And the other subjects weightage you can see here. This is not normally the pattern what you can see every year in the gate exam of civil engineering paper. There is not much deviation. So if you have prepared the what you call for this gate examination as per the weightage given for the previous years, you can definitely excel this year also, as the pattern of questions are concerned and the number of distribution of the question branch wise, subject wise. So now I will discuss some questions which we have gathered through our students' memory base, the questions of geotechnical engineering. Then my team members will follow one by one. What you have gathered, an infant slope is made with a soil of C value 15 kilopascals and a phi is given, gamma also given. And the slope angle also given. What is the critical height of the slope? Critical height of the slope, please mind it, it is a infinite slope. That is what the main point that you have to be careful. It's not a finite slope. And moreover, what is given there? Phi is given, gamma is given, and then the slope angle, this we will abbreviate like I. So you are asked to find the critical height of this slope. I just want to remind you, critical height of the slope means it is the slope where the factor of safety is going to be 1, unity value. You may recall the factor of safety equation for the infinite slopes. So with the usual notations, I read directly the expression here. So C plus gamma z cos squared I tan phi upon gamma z cos I sin I. So for critical height, the factor of safety is taken as 1, and the depth of the slope, the z value, we will abbreviate this one as HC. That is the usual notation what we follow. So accordingly, when you write the expression, factor of safety taken 1, so C plus gamma into HC cos squared I tan phi by gamma into HC cos I sin I. In the given problem, the question is critical height. You are asked to find the HC. So from this expression, you have to take HC common, and if you write the final expression is going to be like this. The final expression is going to be like this. So HC is equal to C by gamma cos squared I into tan I minus tan phi. You can see here the C value is given 15 kilopascals. This is available. Gamma also available. I value, this is the I value. And phi angle of internal friction, that is also given 25 degrees. If you substitute all these values in the expression, finally the answer is going to be like this. The HC value is going to be, when you work out, it comes to be 5.05 meters. So this is the answer for this question. So let us go to the next question. Next question you can see here. It is a MSQ type of question. MSQ type of question. No, I think this is not the MSQ. I think we have moved to the next question. Yeah, look at this question. This is the MSQ type. You are given some statements with respect to what you call the compaction curve of soils. Based on that, you are given some statements A, B, C, D. You are asked to verify the what you call the correct statements here. That question is not properly typed here. The question is you have to verify which are the correct options regarding this what you call compaction curve. So to answer this question, you have to recall the typical compaction curves when you conduct on the soils, the shape particularly. So this is the compaction curve. Along x-axis, we draw the water content. Along the y-axis, the gamma D value. So this is one compaction curve, and this is another compaction curve. So you must be knowing this is for the light compaction, and this is for the heavy compaction energies. And if you draw the zero air voids line for this is something the zero air voids line. Now let us examine the statements one by one. What the first statement says? Compaction curve peak point indicates gamma D max and then OMC. This is absolutely correct statements. Why? Because if you see any one of the compaction curve, this is the peak point. So this x coordinate will give you the OMC value, and the y coordinate will give you the gamma D maximum. That is how we pick up the OMC gamma D max from the compaction curve. So this is correct statement. The peak point indicates gamma D max and then OMC. Next point, compaction curve crosses the zero air voids line. You can see here the compaction curves and the zero air void. This is zero air voids line. Compaction curve for the actual soils will never cross the zero air voids line. Will never cross, because this is only theoretical, these are the actual curves. So therefore, what the statement says, crosses the zero voids, it is not correct. So this is a wrong statement. Next one, as the compact energy increases, the gamma D maximum increases. That is true. Compared to light compaction, you can see heavy compaction has got more gamma D value. So this is a correct statement. Next one, the OMC decreases with the increase in the compactive energy. Yes, that is true. You can see here, when energy is light energy, we have more OMC. When energy is heavy, you can see the OMC value got decreased. So therefore, the OMC decreases with the increase in the energy. This is also a correct statement. So from the memory-based options what you have got from the students, these are the statements what you have prepared. So from these statements what I have shown here, so these are the three correct statements. But in actual exam, there may be some variation also. Please verify accordingly. Next question is already done. Yeah, see this? It is a drained triaxial compression test carried out on a sandy soil sample. Yes, the moment you see the statement, sandy soil drained triaxial test, you have to understand the cohesion is 0 for this soil. So C is said to be 0 indirectly here, because it's a drained test, that is sandy soil. Normal stress is given 50 kilopascals. Sigma is 50 kilopascals. The soil specimen failed at a shear stress of 35. So failed shear stress is given 35 kilopascals. The question is, what is the angle of internal friction of the soil in terms of degrees? The phi value is asked there. The phi value is asked. You know this Coulomb's equation. tau f is equal to C plus sigma into tan phi. Because a drained test, I have to use C dash, sigma dash, phi dash. So the given data I have to take accordingly. So C is 0 here. When I substitute the data accordingly, the tau f failure shear stress is given 35 kilopascals. So 35 is equal to C value 0, the sigma value is 50, and you have this tan phi dash. So from this, when you work out, so tan phi dash is equal to 35 by 50. So if you use your calci, when you work out tan inverse of 35 by 50, it comes to be 35 degrees. So friends, this is the answer. This is the answer, 35 degrees. Next we will see another question. So this is the question from the lateral earth pressure, that is nothing but retaining walls. So based on data that is gathered from the students, we have prepared this figure indicating the data that is given there. Is a what you call multi-layered soil here, non-homogeneous soil, we have the surcharge also. The question is, what is the active pressure in terms of kilopascals where at the base level of the wall? It means you are asked to find active pressure at this base of the wall. So obviously, we have to use the Rankine's formula, right? If you recall the equation how to find lateral pressure at any point, we have an equation like this. Active pressure at any point is equal to coefficient of active pressure, that is Ka, into sigma v minus 2c into square root of Ka. This is general equation what I have written there. So here the question is which Ka that you are supposed to use there. There are two Ka values, Ka value for the soil 1, Ka value for the soil 2. Because the point is at the bottom of the wall, you are supposed to use the Ka value that is corresponding to the soil present at the base. Let us say this K value is Ka2 and this is Ka1. So accordingly I write like this, Ka2 sigma b minus 2C2 root of Ka2. Here you can see the C1, this is C1, C1 is 0 and this is to be taken as C2. So these values you have to take there. But we require first of all what is called the sigma b, vertical stress at the bottom of the wall. So let me find the vertical stress first of all. So at base the vertical stress is equal to, don't forget there is a surcharge here. So Q plus 3 meters depth has a gamma value of 18, I call it gamma 1, and then another 4 meters has the gamma value that I call gamma 2. When you set the data accordingly, the sigma v is equal to surcharge is Q, 3 meters depth, and the gamma value is 18 plus 4 into the gamma 2 value, it is 19. So that is a 76, 54, 74% nothing but 150 kilopascals, it works out to be 150 kilopascals, that is vertical stress. Then what about Ka2 at the base of the wall? We have to use that Rankine's equation for the coefficient of active pressure. It is equal to 1 minus sine phi 2 upon 1 plus sine phi 2. Here the phi 2 value what you are supposed to take nothing but 25 degrees. So this value is 25 degrees. So when you use calci, the Ka2 value will work out to be 0.406. 0.406. Accordingly, when you substitute back in the equation, the Pa value will work out to be like this. Therefore, the Pa is equal to this equation I am going to use now. When I substitute the values, Ka2 that is 0.406, the sigma v 150 minus 2C2. C2 value means the soil number 2, the C2 value is 20 kilopascals. So minus 2 C2, that is a 20, square root of Ka2, 0.406. So when you apply the calculation, the final value it is going to be K sigma B minus 2C root Ka. It comes to be 35.4 kilopascals nearly. So this is the nearest value. This is the answer for this question, 35.4 kilopascals. And you can see another question. This kind of question actually is very routinely asked in most of the examinations. This comes from the properties of the soil chapter. A soil has a water content of 15%. You are given water content, that is 0.15, and a degree of saturation, that is 50%. So I take in terms of ratios 0.5. If the specific rate of solids is 2.6, that is usually given a symbol G, 2.6. What is the void ratio of the soil? The question is the E value. We have derived a simple equation, very common equation what used in this properties of soils chapter, that is E into S is equal to W into G. So E is unknown here, the S value is 0.5, water content is 0.15, and the G value is 2.6. So from this, when you work out the void ratio, it comes to be 0.78. So 0.78 is the answer. It's a very simple question. 0.78 is the answer. So these are the 5 questions which I took from this geotechnical subject. The remaining 5 questions we are gathering. So let me take some time. Meanwhile, my other colleague members will come. They will be discussing the other subjects question. I will come back to discuss the remaining questions of this geotechnical engineering subject.
Hi students, good evening. Transportation weightage is almost the same as that of previous years. I have got a few questions from the transportation. We will discuss upon the previous year the questions what I got based upon the memory. And one question from the transition curves. You can see the data here is a very simple straightforward substitution type of question. The radius of the curve is given with allowable speed 15 meter per second, directly small v is given. The rate of centrifugal acceleration capital C is directly given to us, 0.75. The length of transition curve rounded to nearest integer based upon the comfort criteria or centrifugal criteria. If you remember the formula, the length of transition based upon the comfort or centrifugal criteria is V cube upon CR. V cube. So 15 into 15 into 15. Even without calculator also you can do it. But you need to use the online calculator to save time. and to increase accuracy. So 0.75 and radius is 300. If you simplify, it is directly 15 meter length. They are asking you the length based upon comfort criteria directly. Simple formula, simple substitution, very simple answer. They are asking you to round it off to nearest integer. The answer itself a integer. No need to round it off. Directly you can keep the answer as it is. Now come to this question. This is based upon the traffic engineering, the linear speed density green shield model. The speed density curves for two different traffic streams are shown in figure. The speed on y-axis, density on x-axis. The ratio of maximum flow is nothing but capacity. They are asking you ratio of the capacity of stream A, traffic stream A to that of traffic stream B. Actually, in a linear speed density model, Qmax is equal to Kmax by 2 and Vmax by 2. So Qmax is directly proportional to K, directly proportional to V. And they are asking you here the Qmax of stream A to that of stream B. Qmax of B. So it is directly related to Kmax of A. This is Kmax of A, Vmax of A. So Km of A and Vm of A. Kmax of A is Ka, Vmax of A is Va, divided by Kmax of stream B, Kb, Vmax of stream B, Vb. So the answer here is option C is correct. Ka, Kb, Kb, Ka. This is reverse in manner. So Ka, Va, Kb, Vb. Answer is option B. So straightforward question, a direct question based upon the model. Once you know the formula, you can pick up the answer directly. It is a multiple choice question. If you pick up the wrong option, you get the negative answer. Now coming to the other question, it is from the geometric design of the vertical curves. You see magnitude of G1 and G2 are given, the gradient G1 less than G2. This is the condition given to us. The gradient of G1 is less than G2, the magnitudal values are given, and G1 and G2 are non-zero values. They are more than zero, non-zero values. Which of the following statements are true, they are asking. So we will take up the first statement, plus G1 plus G2. G1 is positive, is a upward gradient, G2 also upward gradient, makes a summit curve. Let us check up. G1 is, say for example, this is G1 plus G1, upward going slope, and G1 is less than G2, G2 is higher, so plus G2, it is higher than that of G1, G1 is less. If you join with a curve from G1 to G2, is it a summit curve? No, it is not a summit curve. It is a valley curve. It is a concave type sag curve, it is a valley curve. So option small 1 is false. Once this is false, check up the options and eliminate the options which are there in the questions. So this is wrong, this is also wrong, this is also wrong. If you eliminate the 3 options, the only option available with us is option A directly. Without going through the 2 and 3, you can pick up the answer. Okay? And even if you check it, minus G1, minus G2, minus G1 means is like this, minus G1, minus G2. G2 is more, so higher slope, G2. The curve in the middle, no need to check it in the exam hall, just for clarity I am giving you, it is a summit curve, convex curve, it is a summit curve. And next coming to the third one, it is a simplest form, plus G1, it is upwards, and minus G2, it is a downwards. Irrespective of magnitude, one up, one down, the curve in the middle is a summit curve. So second is true, third is also true, first one is false. You can pick up the answer as the option A. So these are the questions I got from the students based upon their memory. As and when the other questions are coming, I'll update you. Thank you so much.
Hi, myself P. Venkatrao. So whatever the questions I'm going to discuss right now, which are purely the questions which have been selected from the students, who gave. So maybe some data, in case it is wrong, accordingly I will solve. So later the new questions, whatever the questions we arise, again we will have a new session on that. So look at the question, dy by dx plus alpha xy equal to 0. With y equal to 1 at x equal to 0 and y equal to, it is actually just now I came to know it is y equal to 8, it is not y equal to 0.8. So what is the given differential equation? Dy by dx equal to alpha xy will go that side, then it becomes minus alpha xy. All y terms on one side and x terms to other side. It is simply a variable separable method. Y will go this side. So it is ln y minus alpha x dx. If you integrate both sides, integration of 1 by y dy, that would be ln y minus alpha x square by 2 plus c. So what is the first condition? We were given y value 1, x value 0. Y value 1, if I take y value 1 here, ln 1 is 0. Y value 1, x is 0. If I take x is 0, c 0. Therefore, from equation number 1, c value 0. So, equation number 1 implies that ln y equal to, which is purely minus alpha x square by 2. What is the another condition we were given? Another condition is y value 8 at x equal to 1. Y value 8 at x equal to 1, therefore it is ln 8 equal to minus alpha by 2, not minus alpha square. This is minus alpha x square by 2, this is minus alpha by 2. So from this, what is alpha? So therefore from this alpha equal to minus 2 ln 8. So I think approximately the answer is minus 4.15 or 4.16 roughly. This is the answer. Just read out the question. The probability of occurrence of two independent events A and B are 0.5 and 0.8 respectively. then the probability of occurrence of at least one of the events out of A or B is, regarding independent events, probability of occurrence of at least one, should be 1 minus probability of non-occurrence, non-occurrence of both. No one can occur. At least one is 1 minus probability of none, means first event doesn't occur and second event doesn't occur. This is equal to 1 minus probability of first event occurs 0.5. First event doesn't occur is 0.5 and second event occurs is 0.8 and doesn't occur is 0.2. So therefore, this is 1 minus 0.1, answer 0.9. Remember, this is purely memory based question. Whatever the questions we have received from the students, accordingly I am answering the questions. Once the original gate paper is, once we get that, we will do a detailed session on that probability and statistics out of the remaining topics. And what about this question, which of the following matrix will have a non-negative eigenvalue? Non-negative means greater than or equal to 0. Do you know, if lambda is an eigenvalue of matrix A, then lambda square is an eigenvalue of matrix A square. So you observe that. So therefore, here 1 by lambda is an eigenvalue of M inverse. In case lambda value 0, therefore lambda 0. Here lambda is an eigenvalue of M, lambda square is an eigenvalue of M square. So lambda square is always a non-negative integer or non-negative number. So therefore lambda square is always greater than or equal to 0. Which of the following will have a non-negative eigenvalue? Non-negative eigenvalue is only M square. Remaining may or may not have. So that's why the correct answer is option C. And moreover, you just observe this, the matrix A equal to 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. Which of the following is or true? It is MSQ. So among 4 options, how many options correct we need to verify? It is very simple to say, we all know that it's a property. Eigenvalues of A and A transpose are same. Therefore accordingly option A is right. Eigenvalues of A inverse and A are not same, because if lambda is an eigenvalue of A, then 1 by lambda is an eigenvalue of A inverse. So that's why the eigenvalues of A and A inverse are not same. So that's why which of the following is or which of the following are true. So accordingly option B is wrong. And moreover option C, have a look, eigenvectors of A and A transpose are not same in general. Therefore here eigenvector of A transpose or eigenvectors of A transpose are same as that of eigenvectors of A. It's a wrong statement. And the last one is eigenvalues of A and A power M are same, and moreover eigenvectors of A and A power M are also same. I mean whatever the eigenvectors of matrix A inverse will also have the same eigenvectors provided the matrix is a non-singular matrix. Then only A inverse exists. So that's why option D is the right answer. The remaining part of the mathematics will take over by my colleague V. Aditya Srinivas. He'll take over the session. Thank you.
So let's solve the remaining questions. Here they gave a function e power x into mod sin x, and the options are bounded, continuous, periodic, differentiable. E power x mod sin x is not bounded. If you try to draw it, so you will see some increasing function because of e power x. It is not periodic because e power x is not periodic. It is not differentiable because this mod sin x is not differentiable at n pi, where n is integer. The only option that is here is b, that is it is continuous function. Now they gave a function f of x. This is about Fourier series, and the Fourier series representation is given a naught by 2 plus summation bn cos plus an sin. So what we feel is here an cos should be there and here bn sin should be there, so whatever it is. So look at this, p x power 4 and q x power 5. P x power 4 plus q x power 5 is neither even nor odd. And if you carefully examine, p x power 4 is the even part, q x power 5 is the odd part. So in determining the coefficient of cos term, this coefficient depends on the even part, and in determining the coefficient of sin term, the coefficient depends on the odd part. So that's how you choose the option. So the coefficient of cos depends on p, the coefficient of sin depends on q, so this is the right answer. So here there is a mismatch because bn, usually we have an cos and bn sin, accordingly you can answer. Now this is a previous year question. They have directly given the exact question in the exam. The question is minus 1 to 1 1 by x square dx. If you directly integrate, you will end up with a wrong answer. It's an improper integral. So the first step is like this. We can write integral minus 1 to 1 1 by x square dx as 2 times integral 0 to 1 1 by x square dx. Don't try to directly integrate because it's an improper integral. So now you try to simplify this. You can take the help of limit for simplifying this. This can be written as twice limit p tends to 0 plus integral p to 1 1 by x square dx. You just simplify this and based on that you can easily answer. So it is 2 times limit p tends to 0 plus, what is integration of 1 by x square? It is minus 1 by x and the limits are p to 1. Substitute the limits and then also substitute p tends to 0 plus to conclude about the answer. So let me put minus out. So it is 1 by 1 minus 1 by p, and if you substitute this p tends to 0 plus, so it is like 1 by 0, 1 by 0 is infinity and there is a minus here. Overall the answer would be like infinity. So there is 2 as well. Anyway, 2 into infinity is anyway infinity. That means the integral does not converge. So do we have such options? Yes, does not converge. So that's it from engineering mathematics section.
Hello guys, good evening. Coming to the strength of material, there are 4 questions came and all are pretty easy guys. Now coming to the first question. For the beam shown in the figure, which one of the correct options guys? Look at here, for this beam, first we need to find out the support reactions. What are the support reactions? Sigma m by L. But here net moment is how much guys? 0. Why? Because the clockwise, anti-clockwise net moment will be 0. When the net moment will be 0, support reactions here are 0, my dear students. When the support reactions are 0, there will be no shear force diagram. There will be no shear force diagram. So this is correct guys. Bending moment exists or not sir? Definitely bending moment exists. Why? Because this is the typical bending moment diagram for this. Positive bending moment diagram will be present. Next, deflection is 0 is absolutely wrong. Bending moment is 0, absolutely wrong. Next, support reactions are 0. Support reactions are 0, absolutely correct. The answer is A, comma D. Now, coming to the next question guys. Calculate the maximum stress in the given composite bar. Coming to the first one guys. You need to find out the stress in the first bar, the stress in the second bar. First bar and second bar. What is the stress in the first bar guys? The stress in the first bar equal to P1 by A1. The stress in the second bar equal to P2 by A2. The stress in the first bar guys, first force. What is the force here? Keep your hand here. Look at only one direction guys. The force will be 50 by area. What is the area guys here? Square cross section. 50 into 50. Here 50 kilonewtons he has given guys. 10 cube. The answer will be guys 20 megapascals I am going to get. Second one, P2. keep your hand here, add all the forces guys, 50 plus 100 plus 100, 250 newtons will be there, 250 kilonewtons by area. Area how much guys here? 100 by 100. Going to get 25 megapascals. Is asking maximum stress. So answer is 25 megapascal itself. Now coming to the next question guys. This is a pretty little tricky question my dear students. He has given the state of stress at a point, but his state of stress not given in the two mutually perpendicular plane. He has given two inclined planes guys. Then what is the maximum normal stress? Indirectly is asking what is the principal stress. Direct formula my dear students. Sigma 1 equal to center plus radius. So here my task is to find out center, my task is to find out radius. Here no need to solve any more circle my dear students. So what we can do is, you know that each and every point on the more circle, each and every point on the plane will give the one point on the more circle my dear students. So what is the typical center formula, circle formula guys? You know that x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to how much guys? Radius square. If I know any circle guys, if I know any circle which is having center a comma b and radius is r, at any point having coordinates x comma y, this is the typical equation my dear students. From this I need to find out first point. What are the coordinates of the first point here? 5 comma 4. Second point coordinates 6 comma 3. As I know two coordinates my dear students, just we need to solve with two equations. That is first one 5 comma 4, 5 minus center whole square plus, you know that b value equal to 0 in the Mohr circle. Next one is 4 minus 0 whole square equal to r square. Second one my dear students, 6 minus c whole square plus 3 minus 0 whole square equal to r square. If you solve these two guys, I'm going to get c equal to 2. Once I know c equal to 2, substitute in this equation, I'm going to get r equal to 5. Once I know c and r, sigma 1 equal to how much guys? 5 plus 2, the answer is 7. The correct answer is 7 megapascal guys. Now, this is a pretty straightforward question guys. Finding the area moment of inertia about the neutral axis. For this, you need to find out the centroid. So what you can do guys? You can divide this into first one area here, second area here guys. Assume this is the A1, this is second area A2. So first we need to find out the y bar. A1 y1 plus A2 y2 by A1 plus A2. First, from this I can able to find out the neutral axis. Now my task is to find out how is the area moment of inertia about the neutral axis guys. Here you have to use the parallax theorem. There is no straightforward formula here. Here two rectangles, I can directly write it guys. I about the neutral axis equal to first one. First I will take this is the one, BD cube by 12 plus AD square plus similarly for this one also BD cube by 12 plus AD square guys exactly. Just solve it, you will get the correct answer my dear students. There is no difficulty in this problem. These are the 4 questions I have given. With this I am signing off guys. I wish you all the best my dear students.
Hello students, my name is Abdul Bari. I welcome you all to ACE Academy's course on memory based questions in fluid mechanics. The question I'm taking is from Fluid Mechanics 1. Only one question has appeared from Fluid Mechanics 1. This is from the topic of impact of jets. The question is saying a horizontal jet of velocity 20 meter per second strikes a series of flat plates mounted on a stationary rotating wheel having plate velocities 15 meter per second as shown. So let us say these are the plates over here the value of velocity v equal to 20 meter per second, the plate velocity is 15 meter per second. The efficiency of the jet is how much? Now if these were the options given, then you don't even have to solve the question, because the efficiency in this particular case should be less than 50%. You can get maximum efficiency of 50% only if the plate velocity is equal to half of jet velocity. So the only option which is pertaining to less than 50% is 37.5. Answer is supposed to be option D. But if you wish to solve this question, then the efficiency formula is given by V minus U whole divided by V multiplied to U by V. V over here is 20 and U over here is 5. So this becomes 15 by 20 multiplied to 5 by 20. 15 by 20, 2 times this is. This is supposed to be 2 times, right? So if you calculate this comes out to be equal to 150 divided by 400, which is equal to 37.5%. So this was the only question to have appeared from Fluid Mechanics 1. I hand it over to the next faculty. Thank you. All the best.
Okay, dear students, this is Somshekhar. From RCC, they have given 3 questions. Let us see the first question. A singly reinforced rectangular beam of a balanced section has M20 grade concrete and Fe415 grade steel. The maximum strain in concrete and steel at the time of failure. Very simple question. They are asking, what is the maximum strain in concrete at extreme compression fiber for balanced section, and what is the strain in tension reinforcement? At the time of failure, maximum strain in concrete is 0.0035, whereas at the time of failure, the strain in tension reinforcement is 0.002 plus 0.87 Fy. Here given Fe415 grade steel, so Fy value is 415 upon Es. E value for steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5. If you simplify this value, you may get 0.00380. So the answer is 0.0035 and 0.0038. Next question. Creep of concrete under compression is defined as, it is a direct definition for creep. My dear, under constant stress, the strain continuously increases. Options are given like this: under constant stress, strain increases; under constant strain, stress increases. Like that options are given. So the correct one is under constant stress, strain increases, right? Under constant stress, strain increases over a period of time, right? Next question. When water cement ratio increases in the concrete, then the effect is, options are given like this: workability increases, compressive strength increases, both decreases. My dear, whenever water cement ratio increases in concrete, strength of concrete decreases, but workability increases. Right? These are the 3 questions asked from RCC. Okay?
Hi everyone. Here I'll give the solutions for structural analysis subject and design of steel structure. From structural analysis given 4 questions and from steel structure only 1 question. Okay. Now we'll see the questions. Right. So first question, which of the following structure is or unstable? Okay. I given 2 conditions to check the stability of structure. First condition is if all the support reactions are concurrent, then rigid body translation takes place, it is called unstable. If all the support reactions are concurrent, then rigid body rotation will takes place. Okay. So here if you see this second diagram, this is a roller support, here only one reaction, hinged support, number of reactions are 2, and roller support, here only one horizontal reaction. Okay. So line of action of this vertical reaction and line of action of these 2 reactions and line of action of this horizontal reaction meeting at this point, then this is nothing but concurrent, right? If all the support reactions are concurrent, so it is unstable. So second one is unstable. Yes, correct. Okay. Next, now this is the truss, right? The perfect shape of the truss is triangle. Now in this panel there is a triangle shape is missing, right? Then this is internally unstable structure. Okay. Then so this is also a unstable. Okay. So here these are the 2 internal hinges are given. So here number of reactions are 2. Okay. Then here only one reaction vertical, and here a vertical guided roller, horizontal reaction and moment reaction. Now in this case all the support reactions are not concurrent and not parallel. So this is stable. Okay. These 2 are unstable structure. Okay. Then B and C are correct. Okay. Now we'll see the next question. Right. So for the truss shown in figure, find the force in member U2 L3. Okay. Now this is a U2 L3. Simply we can use the method of section. Okay. Now this is a symmetry, right? Due to symmetry, just find the vertical reactions. Okay. So total loads are here 5, then 2, then this is 50 kilonewton and this is also 50 kilonewton. So we have to find the force in this member, right? Now I'll use the method of section. Just cut the structure vertically, then do analysis either left part or right part of the structure, you will get the same answer. Okay. For example, I want to do analysis for left part of the structure. Okay. Now this is the angle theta, right? So what is the theta value here? Yes, total how many spans are given? Total 6 given, right? So each span is 3 meter, then this also 3 meter, then here theta is nothing but 45 degrees. Okay. Now we have to find the force in inclined member, right? Simply use sigma V is equals to 0. We are doing analysis for left part, then consider only left part forces, don't consider right part forces. In left part forces, downward forces equals to upward forces. Now this assume tensile forces initially. Okay. For cut members we'll assume tensile forces, right? Okay. Now this is a vertical component downward. Now this is a force in member U2 and L3. Okay. Now this is sine 45 degrees. Now this is the downward and these 2 loads also downward 40, 20 plus 20. Okay. And what is the upward force here? Equals to 50. Then from this you will get the force in member U2 and L3. Then this is 10 root 2. So we got positive, then assumed direction is correct. So this is tension. Okay. Next question. Right. So here truss is given. Okay. All members have same rigidity, axial rigidity AE. Okay. And members TS, RS and RQ have same length. Okay. This is given length L, length L, length L. Okay. And angle is given 60 degrees and here angle is given 30 degrees. Okay. So here the vertical deflection of joint T is given KPL by AE. And what is the value of K? Okay. So students, a given formula to find the vertical deflection of joint T equals to summation of PKL by AE, right? This is the unit load method. Okay. So here we have to find the what is the K value. What is P? Force in all the members due to real loads. Okay. And what is K? Force in all the members due to virtual unit load applied where we want to find the deflection. Okay, so first we'll find the P values. So find the P values. So to find the P values and K values, first we have to identify the zero force members. Okay, students, at this joint D, number of members are 3, these two are in same line, then force in third member is 0. Okay, just remove the zero force member, but practically we never remove the zero force member, but theoretically we can remove the zero force members. Okay, then after removing zero force member, then at joint C, number of members are 3, 2 are in same line, force in third member 0. Okay, next remove this zero member. After removing this zero member, then number of members 1, 2, 3, out of 3, 2 are in same line, force in third member 0. Okay, then here students, here there is only one horizontal reaction. Now this reaction treat as a member. Okay, these two are in same line, then force in third member 0. Students, only these 3 members subjected to forces at the top, and bottom these 3 members are subjected to forces. Okay, then students, force in these 3 members are same and force in these 3 members are same. Then no need to find the force in all the members. Okay, find the force only in 2 members sufficient, then we can get the answer. Okay, first I'll find the force in this member, then I'll use the method of joint. We'll balance the joint T. So at the rate of joint T, so this is the load P given, and this is given 60 degrees. Okay, now this is the D given and this is S given. Okay, now use sigma V equals to 0. Initially we'd assume some nature of force, right, either compression or tension, that is your wish. Just I'm assuming like this. Okay, now if you use sigma V equals to 0, then force in member TS, okay, force in member TS, this is a sine 60 degrees equals to, then this is P. Okay, then you'll get the force in member TS. Okay, so you'll get the force in member TS is, right, now this is we got positive, then assume direction is correct, it is tension. Okay, similarly use sigma H equals to 0, right forces equals to left forces. Now this is the right force, right, then force in member TD equals to horizontal component is left side, then force in member TS, this is cos 60 degrees. And what is the force in member TS already we calculated, okay, and substitute here, you will get the force in this member is P root 3 by 3. Then this is compression. Okay, so students, then force in these 3 members are P root 3 by 3 compression, and force in these 3 members are tension, that is 2P root 3 by 3. Okay, so these are the P values we got. Next we have to find the K values. Students, to find the K values, we have to remove the load P, and at joint T we'd apply virtual unit displacement, right? Okay, it means in place of P we have to substitute 1. Okay, so in place of P we substitute 1, then this become K value. Okay, and here substitute P is equals to 1, then this is the K value. Okay, then substitute in this formula. Okay, if you substitute here, number of members are given total 3, right? So 3 into, so this is 2P root 3 by 3. This is tension, positive only. And what is the K value? Just in place of P substitute 1, then this is, and L given by AE plus, and what is the P value here? Root 3 by 3, but this is given compression, right, minus. Okay, and what is the K value? Substitute P is equals to 1, then root 3 by 3, this is the K value. And what is the L value here? This is given L and this is 60 degrees, right, then this is L by 2. Okay, then this is L by 2 by AE. Okay, now if you solve this one, you will get vertical deflection at T is 4.5, this is a PL by AE. Okay, the students, this is the K value, right? What is the K value here? So K is equals to 4.5. Okay, right. We'll see next question. Right. This is a direct question. This is a plus section given. What is the shape factor? So what is the shape factor for plus section? 145 by 86. Okay. I think this will get 1.68, I think. Okay. Right. Right. Next, we'll see design of steel structure. Okay. So from design of steel structure, it was given only one question, that is from welded chapter. Okay. So here given, determine the safe load P. Okay. This is the safe load P given, and the fillet weld given, shown in the weld size is given, S is equals to 8 mm, and given permissible shear stress, it means as per working stress method, okay, 120. So here load equals to simply permissible shear stress into area. So here this is given 120, and what is the area here? Effective area equals to effective length into effective throat thickness, right? Okay, what is the effective length here? Effective length is 75 plus 75 plus 50, then this is 200, then throat thickness, okay, that is K into S, right? K into S. So size of weld is given 8 mm, then these are 90 degrees, right? Angle between fusion faces is 7. I think this is, you'll get 134.4 kilonewton. Okay, this is the only one question from steel structure. That's it.
Now let's see the questions from the environmental engineering. Okay, so this is a 2 marks question which has been asked based on the activated sludge process. So wastewater discharge in activated sludge process is 0.5 meter cube per second. So whatever the discharge, wastewater discharge is 0.5 meter cube per second, and F by M ratio is a 0.2 mg per day. So that F by M ratio is equals to 0.2 per day. So then influent BOD YI is given as 150 mg per liter, and MLVSS, which is nothing but X. So if they give MLSS, you can take that, and as they have given MLVSS, you can assume, you can take it as a X only, mixed liquor volatile suspended solids. So that X is given as 200 mg per liter. So what they are asking is for complete removal of the biodegradable organic matter, 100% removal, what is the volume of the aeration tank? So in the case of the aeration tank, first of all, when they are asking about the volume, so what is the meaning of the food to microbes ratio? That's nothing but how much amount of the BOD we applied, mass of the food we applied in the aeration tank to the mass of the microbes present in the aeration tank. So F by M is equals to mass of the food we applied is nothing but Q into Yi by what is the mass of the suspended solids in the aeration tank, V into X. So from this we can directly find out the V value. So V is equals to, what is the Q? But given this, this is in terms of second. So you have to convert that in terms of the day, per day. So because they should be in terms of meter cube per day, this is mg per liter, X is mg per liter, so mg per liter will get cancelled, and V is in terms of the meter cube. So meter cube cancel, the answer should be in terms of per day. So F by M is given as a per day only. So now you send the V to the other side, but you have to write down this Q in terms of the meter cube per day. So simply you just multiply. So this is per second, right? For a given day, 86,400 seconds, right? So we can substitute over here 0.5 into 86,400 into what is the influent BOD given? 150 by the FBM ratio is given as 0.2 into 200. So if you solve it, it's going to be like volume is going to be 16200 meter cube. 16200 meter cube. It's a straightforward question, so there is no much of the thinking at all. Now come to the next question. So this question is based on the municipal solid waste. So this question, I mean for the municipal solid waste after separation, so they have given the percentage of the mass in terms of percentage. So Pi they have given, and energy content of each component in the municipal solid waste. So what they are asking is find the energy on the dry basis. So mind you, it is not a discarded value, it should be a dry basis, which means you have to remove the moisture content. So energy on the dry basis, energy on the dry basis is equals to 100% by, you must have to remove that moisture content, 100 minus moisture content into the whatever the energy as it is discarded. So if we remove the moisture content from the given MSW, obviously when you burn it, it is going to be give the high calorific value. So first of all, we have to find out what is the energy that is going to be liberated, how it is going to be discarded. So that energy, total energy is nothing but it's a weighted average. So whatever the percentage, like the Pi into EI by 100%. So if you multiply, we can do the division of the 100 at the end. First you multiply with the percentages, 20 into 4.5, that is going to be 90, and 45 into 16, that's going to be 720, and 5 into 14, 14 5s 70, 10 into 32, 320, and 20 into 8, so that's going to be 160. This comes as 1360, but mind you, this is a product of Pi, but you have to write in terms of percentage, right? So divide with the percentage, so by 100, so that is going to be 13.6 megajoule per 1 kg of the municipal solid waste. So but this is a total energy as it is discarded. We want for the dry basis, right? So now 100 by 100 minus this 26% multiply with 13.6, that comes as 18.34 megajoule per kg. So again there is a 2 marks question which is a direct question. Now let's see a question. So this is also a 2 marks question which they have given them as the following, and based upon the memory. So from the student inputs, if you see this one, so we have to look over the best answers. The reverse osmosis is going to be go for the polarization, and trickling filter. So in trickling filter we see the problem that we get over here is in trickling filter ponding problem. In coagulation, one of the mechanism that we see, we have some mechanisms, right? So compression, adsorption, charge neutralization, and in the coagulation one of the mechanism is a charge neutralization, and out of the remaining for the adsorption it goes as a 2. So for P it should be 3, and for Q it should be 1. The only answer that provides us is option B. It's a 2 marks question. Now which of the following is are for the maximum, true for the maximum mixing depth. So maximum mixing depth, MMDR Tmax. So as they mentioned is RR, it is MSQ. So multiple select, we have to see the options. What is first of all, what is the maximum mixing depth? So that is the depth up to which the air pollutants are going to be dispersed. Look, the dispersion and dilution of the pollutants depends upon majorly temperature and wind. The vertical mixing, it all depends upon the temperature. So in temperature we have 2 lapse rates, environmental lapse rate and adiabatic lapse rate. So if you see, the adiabatic lapse rate always it goes with a decrease in temperature of 1 degree for every 100 meter rise. So that we call it as a ALR. But whereas the environmental lapse rate, it depends upon the time, it depends upon the season, it depends upon the place, right? So if you draw the environmental lapse rate, suppose let's take inversion case. So this is an inversion case, environmental lapse rate, and the point where they are going to be intercept, this vertical height we call it as a maximum mixing depth. Up to that point, up to this height, there is a huge dispersion, dilution and mixing of the pollutants are going to be happen. So now let's see the content. So Dmax is always equals to half of the layer of the unstable air. No, it's not half. Smaller the Dmax indicates a smaller the air pollution potential, which means if the height is going to be less, in that point the air pollution is going to be less. More the height means more mixing, okay, more pollution. So now this is a correct answer, and ventilation coefficient also depends upon the Dmax, and as it represents the vertical mixing, right? Vertical mixing occurs up to the D maximum. From the given questions, B, C, D are correct answers if they have asked about the correct statement. If they would have asked the incorrect statement, you have to choose the option A. Now let's see this question. Which of the following waterborne diseases caused by the viral pathogens? So viral, you know waterborne diseases are by means of bacteria, virus, protozoa and helminthes, right? So they are asking about the virus. Yes, polio is due to a virus known as a poliomyelitis, and infectious hepatitis. These two are the viral diseases, whereas cholera and typhoid, those are by means of the bacteria. So from the given options, again this is a MSQ type, option A and option B, both are correct. Now let's see this question. Again it's a 2 marks question. So this is from the flocculation tank. In a flocculation tank, the volume V is given as 2800 meter cube, and the temperature of water is given as 15 degrees centigrade. The velocity gradient is also given as 100 per second. When the temperature is reduces to 5 degrees centigrade, so we have changed the temperature, and considering all parameters including power input as the same, so they have given the volume same, they have given the power also same. What will be the percentage change in the average velocity gradient? So first of all, what is the velocity gradient? G is equals to square root of power input by volume of the tank into dynamic viscosity of the fluid. So as they mentioned, the power is same and volume of the basin is also going to be same. So G is inversely proportional to dynamic viscosity, and the viscosity of water depends upon the temperature, right? As temperature increases, viscosity is going to be decreases. They are not asking you whether it is increase or decrease, but generally we say, so this is 15 degrees centigrade and here is a 5 degrees centigrade. 15 to 5 degrees, temperature decrease means viscosity will increase. When viscosity is going to be increases, gradient will decrease, which means the change we are going to see is decrease. Now directly from here we can say, so let's take the 15 degrees as 1. So now G 5 degrees to G 15 degrees is equals to viscosity of mu 15 degrees by mu at 5 degrees centigrade. As I'm asking about the change, we know it is going to be more in the case of the 5 degrees centigrade. Yeah, so viscosity is going to be more in the case of the 5 degrees centigrade. So if you solve it, or else we can take G15 by 5. Yeah, so G15 by 5 degrees, mu 5 degrees by 15 degrees. So 1 minus, if you do 1 minus multiply with the percentage, so that directly gives, there is nothing but the percentage change. Simply you do 1 minus on both sides. So 1 minus square root of, what is the viscosity of 5 degrees given? 1.518. So 5 degrees, that's given as a 1.5 unit. Okay, fine. So you can take this one as 5 degrees. This is 15 and 5. Okay. They are asking about the change. So if we make it as so this, okay, yes, so initially it's a correct only, G15 only, I'm sorry. So this is 15 and this is 5 only. Yeah, so 1 minus 1.139 by 1 minus 1.518 into 100. So if you solve, the answer will be somewhere 13.4%. Okay, so you can take that as a proportional. So there's a 2 marks question. And again now come to this question, which of the following statements is or are true about the refuse derived fuel RDF in the context of the MSW? So you know that RDF is a form of the MSW after processing and after detailing, after energy consumption and all. So it's a final form, right? Now RDF is made into the powdered form. Yes, after the entire we grind into a powdered form, and so it's going to be A1, and HV, high heat value of unprocessed MSW is lesser than the high heat value of the RDF processed from the MSW. After processing, the high quality of the RDF will be having more high heat value. Yes, so RDF will be having a high heat value, which means MSW will be having a low. So this is also true. Option B is also true. RDF cannot be used in conjunction with the oil. Yes, and inorganic fraction of the MSW is mostly converted into RDF. No, organic fraction is going to be converted into the RDF. So the only incorrect statement is D. The correct answers are A, B and C. Now let's see the last question from the environmental. So this question, select the correct statement with regard of the greenhouse gases. So now if you see the options, I don't want to discuss all this. So the options are depends upon the shorter wavelength radiations and larger wavelength radiations. Now if you see the earth, whatever the radiations that is going to be emitted from the sun, out of the entire radiations in the atmosphere, the greenhouse gases would be there. They will allow all the radiations into the earth. But once it enters into the earth, so the earth is going to be liberate some more radiation, some more reflection. But out of those, whatever the longer wavelength radiations are there, those will be absorbed by the greenhouse gases. The longer wave radiations are going to be absorbed by the greenhouse gases and leave the smaller wave radiations. So now if you see the option B, it allows the radiations GHG, it allows the radiations of the smaller wavelength coming towards the earth. So it allows the smaller radiations are towards the earth, and from the earth whatever that is going to be liberated out of those, the larger wavelength radiations are going to be absorbed by the greenhouse gases. So and absorb the radiations of the larger wavelength going from earth into the atmosphere. So from the given options, the answer is option B. So that's about the geotechnical, so that's about the environmental engineering. And now let's see the question from the open channel flow also. So this question, a supercritical flow stream enters into a mild slope channel, then the type of flow pattern observed is. So the given is a mild slope, and you know that mild slope is nothing but, so normal depth is going to be greater than the critical depth. So this is the NDL, and here it is going to be the CDL. And it clearly mentioned that the given flow is a supercritical flow. Supercritical flow means the depth is going to be less than the critical depth, right? So flow will be somewhere over here. And eventually at the end, the flow has to meet whom? Uniform flow. So flow always starts with NDL and it should end with the NDL. So it should meet the NDL. The flow, supercritical flow which is here, and it has to meet the NDL. So what is going to be happen, as it is the third profile, water level will rise first, perpendicular to CDL, and then there is a hydraulic jump, and then it meets the NDL. So in this zone, the profile that we are going to see is nothing but the M3 profile. So in simple words, always the third profile is a supercritical flow, and given is a supercritical flow, the answer should be a third profile. So the correct answer is a M3. Okay, and next come to the hydraulic jump. So this question is based upon the hydraulic jump, and is the most frequently asked question, means the type of concept. Hydraulic jump occurs in a horizontal, frictionless, 1 meter wide rectangular channel. So width is going to be 1 meter, and with a pre-jump and a post-jump depth as, so the pre-jump depth is 0.2 meter and post-jump depth is 1 meter respectively. If value of G is given, what is the specific force they are asking? So the specific force F is equals to Q square by GA plus A into Z bar. Okay, so we have the depths, but we don't know the discharge. So if you rewrite this, Q square by G by1 plus by into y by 2. Look, the specific force pre and post, before the formation of jump and after the formation of jump, at both the junctions or at both the sections, the specific force is same. You can use any of the depths to find out the specific force. But the point is, we have the depth, we have the width. What is the discharge? We need to find out the discharge. How to find out the discharge? So what is the relation between the conjugate depths? The relation between the conjugate depths is Q square by G is equals to y1 y2 into y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, so now as you know, the width is equals to 1, the small q is nothing but the capital Q only, right? Directly I can find over here, Q square by G is equals to y1 y2, 0.2 into 1 into 0.2 plus 1 by 2, which is equals to 0.12.
I don't need to substitute again. So directly you substitute the q square by g value there, and anyways b value is equals to 1. So q square by g 0.12 by b value as 1. I can use y1 or y2. Let's go with the y1. So 0.2 plus b also 1 here, 0.2 square by 2. If you solve it, you are going to get as a 0.62. So these are the questions from the environmental engineering and open channel flow.
Dear friends, let us see today's morning session, hydrology and irrigation. The ordinates of 1 hour unit hydrograph on a catchment are given below. Using the principle of superposition, d hour unit hydrograph for a catchment was derived from the 1 hour hydrograph. The ordinates of the d hour unit hydrograph were obtained as 3 cubic at 1 hour and 10 cubic at 2 hours. Actually it is not for 1 mark, it is given for 2 marks. You have to observe 3 meter cube per second. If you take the principle of superposition, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 0, 9, 21, 18, 12, 5, 2 and 0. Because it is principle of superposition, should lag by 1 hour each. 0, 9, 21, 18, 12, 5, 2, 0. One more lag, 0, 9, 21, 18, 12, 5, 2, 0. Please observe this up to this. It is the given value, lag by 1 hour, lag by 1 hour. So you got 3 hours unit hydrographs. 3 1 hour unit hydrographs each lagged by 1 hour. If you sum up 0, 9, 30, then beyond some other values we get. This is for 3 hour. For 3 hour 0, because it is the DRH, I want to get for UH by 3, 0, 3, 10, so on and so forth. At the end of the 1 hour, that unit hydrograph of D hours is getting 3 units. It is given 3 units. At the end of the second hour, the value of discharge of the D hour unit hydrograph is given as a 10. It is given as a 10. Therefore, it is a 3 hour, D is equal 3. What is the answer? Answer for the D question, D value is how much? The answer is 3. This is the 2 marks question, is not a 1 mark question. Applying the principle of superposition. Using the S-curve technique also we do, but there is a chance of confusion. This is the simple method. You have to lag by 2 times. You have to go on lagging, you have to observe the given values. 3 and 10. When you are getting multiples of 3 and 10 in 2 consecutive steps, you have to observe. The second step and third step, you are able to get 3 into 3, 10 into 3. That's why 3 is the answer for the problem. If you got good mathematical background, by observing the data, you can observe 21 plus 9, 30. 30 and it is given as a 10. 30 by 10, answer is a D. If you want to get in a fraction of second, check the first value and second value. How many times you have to get this value when you get 9 here? Third reading 0. Given value, first lag, second lag. Total 3, therefore D is equal 3. By any one of these 3 methods, you can solve the problem. You can solve within 2 seconds also, provided you got good mathematical observation. Let us go to the second question, friends. It's a simple question given. A 12-hour storm occurs over a catchment, results in a direct runoff depth of 100 millimeter. Time distribution of rainfall intensity is given. Phi index, because nothing is given about the initial losses and other parameters. We say phi index and W index are same. How do you calculate the phi index? Infiltration loss divided by time, that's all. How do you get infiltration loss? If you calculate the area of the hydrograph will give rainfall depth. How do you get the area? Half into 4 hours into 20 plus 2 into 20 plus half into 6 into 20. Area of the total rainfall depth, my dear friends. This is 40. This is 40. This is 60 total. 140 millimeters rainfall depth. Runoff depth is given 100 millimeter. Rainfall depth given 140 millimeter. So infiltration loss will be 140 minus 100 divided by time duration of rainfall 12 hours. 40 by 12, 10 by 3. Straight away the answer for the problem 3.3 millimeter per hour is the answer for the problem. What's the principle involved? Rainfall depth. How do you get the rainfall depth? Area of the hydrograph will give rainfall depth. Runoff depth is given directly. Rainfall minus runoff will give infiltration loss. Infiltration loss divided by time duration of rainfall will give the infiltration index. Whether he has given phi index or W index, it is again 2 marks question. In hydrology, my dear friends, answer for the question 3.33 millimeter per hour. Is the question again on infiltration. In Horton's equation, feed it to the infiltration data on a soil. Initial infiltration is 10 millimeter per hour. Final infiltration is 5 millimeter per hour. Exponential decay constant K will be 0.5. Assuming that infiltration takes place at a capacity rate, total infiltration for the uniform duration of 12 hours. Don't go by integration technique, it takes a long time. How do you get the depth of infiltration? Depth of infiltration is equal to FC into T plus F0 minus FC divided by K, that's all. Single step solution. FC is 5 into 12 plus F0 minus FC 10 minus 5 divided by K. K value is given 0.5. 5 into 12, 60 friends. 5 by 0.5 is 10. 60 plus 10. Answer for the given problem. What is the total depth of infiltration in the 12 hours of rainfall? 70 millimeters is the right answer. I repeat, don't apply integration technique. It takes minimum 3 minutes. If you do by this method, you can do within 10-15 seconds. Let us come to the only question given in irrigation engineering. Area given is 100 hectares. First and last watering is 120 days. Depth of water required is 35 centimeter. More intense watering is required for 30 days. Depth of water required is 12 centimeters. Out of 120 days, more intense crop is for 30 days. Second crop is for 90 days. First crop is for 30 days. For 30 days crop, how much water is required? 12 centimeter. For this water required is 35 centimeter. I know base period. I know delta. I know base period. I know delta. Calculate first duty. Because it is given in centimeters, 864B divided by delta. 864 into 90 divided by 35. 864 multiply with 30 divided by 12. Both the values you have to calculate, then discharge is equal to A by D. A is 1000 hectares given. D value 864 into 90 divided by 35. Second discharge, this is Q1, this is Q2. 1000 into 12 divided by 864 multiply with 90. 864 into 30. 1000 by 864 is common. 12 by 30 here, 35 by 90 here. 35 by 90 is the lesser value. 12 by 30 is greater value. You are going to get this value as the discharge. This value you are going to get 0.49 cubic. Whichever is the greater value of these two, will be the minimum discharge. 0.49 cubic is the answer for the problem. This is the only question asked in irrigation engineering.
Okay, we have just traced about 2 questions directly related to English. It was quite simple actually, right. Now if you look at them, this is a question on analogy. You have to identify the relationship and find the word that suits the blank so that the entire relationship would remain the same. Eject. What does eject mean? To throw out. To throw out, okay, right? The pilot ejected before the plane crashed. That means he could just come out of the plane, there will be an ejection button, okay? Eject is to throw out, insert is to put in, right? Throw out is eject, put in is insert, right? So they are antonyms to each other, they are opposites. So for advance, right, which means go forward, move forward, that is advance. For that we have to find an opposite now, that's all, okay. Now it can be advent because advent would mean arrival. Like we say the advent of the Mughals into India, arrival, it doesn't make sense. Approach certainly doesn't make sense because it is not an opposite of advance. Progress, it is the synonym of advance, move forward. Now we need an antonym, so we have retreat, which means go back, right? The enemy is retreating from the Indian territory, means they are moving back, they are withdrawing, going back, right? That is retreat, okay? Right, then another simple question. I have not decided yet. This is the catch here. I have not decided yet. That means I am not sure. Okay? I am not sure what I will do this evening. I have not decided yet what I will do this evening. That means I am not sure about what I am going to do. So I might visit a friend. I might visit a friend. That means there is a possibility. Since I have not decided till now, there is a possibility, there is a chance that I might go to my friend's place. Okay. Now the rest of them won't work out because this is past tense. Will shows confirmation. We cannot find confirmation here because he has not decided. We can't have any confirmation. And this word MIT doesn't exist at all. Okay? quite simple, my friends. I'm sure you must have scored in this. We will discuss further questions as the papers come out. Okay?
Hello friends, my name is Nagasrinu. Now I am going to discuss the surveying questions. So we have two questions to discuss here. So one is being asked for 1 mark and another question is being asked for 2 marks. So let us solve the first question. So here the question is like this: direct and reversed zenith angle by theodolite are 56 degree and 303 degree. So he is asking us to find out vertical collimation error, right? So here we need to focus the words here, direct and reversed zenith angles. So what do you mean by this direct and reversed zenith angle? So direct means face left position, reversed is face right position, right? Yes. So here, in order to calculate the collimation error, I am considering the collimation error as E degrees, right? Yes. And the observed direct angle is 56 degrees. So from this observed direct angle, I am calculating the corrected angle. So corrected angle will be 56 degree minus E degree, right? So I am considering this as equation number 1, right? So in the similar fashion, I am considering the reversed zenith angle, that is 303 degrees. So for 303 observed angle, so I am taking the corrected angle as 303 degrees minus E degrees. So this will become equation number 2, right? So here the observed zenith angle and reversed zenith angle should be equal to 360 degrees, right? So the observed zenith angle plus reversed zenith angle should be equal to 360 degrees. So let's simply equate. So equation number 1 is 56 degree minus E degree plus 303 degree minus E degree should be equal to 360 degree. So if you solve it for E, you will get 359 degree minus 2E is equal to 360 degree. So the final answer E is equal to minus 30 minutes you will get. Right? So this is the solution for this. So minus 30 minutes. So option A is the correct answer, right, for question number 1. I mean first question. So let us discuss about second question. So the question is given like this: two angles of 12 degree 45 minutes and 18 degree 45 minutes were observed from Q and P respectively, which are 55 meters apart towards the top of a hill T. The backside reading on the benchmark of 100 meter elevation was 2.340 meters from P and 1.660 meter from Q. So from the given data, if we plot a diagram, so it will be like this. So this is vertical height V1 and V2, and the horizontal distance Q and P are 55 meters apart, and the respective angles are mentioned here, and the respective staff readings are given here, right? So let us take it as S1 and S2, right? Staff reading 2.340 as S1, 1.660 as S2, right? So here from the figure we can write V2 minus V1, which is equal to 2.340 minus 1.660. This is the only logic here, right? So simply substitute V2 and V1. So how can we get V2? So this is the V2, right? Consider this triangle. From this triangle we can write V2 like this: 55 plus d tan, what is its corresponding angle? 12 degree 45 minutes, right? Minus, what is V1? So now consider this triangle, right? So d tan 18 degree 45 minutes. So this entire thing is V2 and this is V1. So it should be equal to 2.340 minus 1.660, right? So if this equation is solved for D, you will get answer as 104.484 meters, right? So the step 1 is solved. Now this D value should be substituted either in V2 or V1, right? So to avoid for simplicity I am substituting in V1. So which implies V1 means D tan 18 degree 45 minutes. So in place of D, 104.484 tan 18 degree 45 minutes. The answer is 35.4675 meters, right? So this is V1. So now we have V1, but he is asking us to find out what is the RL of top of hill, that T, point T, right? So how to calculate that? See, RL of benchmark is 100 and we have V1 value, so its corresponding staff reading should be 2.340. So RL of benchmark plus S1 plus V1 will be the RL of top, right? So last step, RL of T is equal to RL of benchmark plus S1 plus V1. So the final answer is 137.8075 meters. Okay. So, this is what the solution for this problem, right.
Hello my dear friends, let us go ahead with numerical ability questions of forenoon session. See the first question, as we mentioned they are asking more related to that geometry parts. See the first question here, you have to find the shaded area. They given a regular hexagon, each side is 5 centimeters, and taking that P as the center here, you have to find this area, the shaded part area you need to calculate. So before solving this question, I want to just refresh the inputs related to regular hexagon, interior angle you have to know. See my dear friends, in regular hexagon, when all sides are equal, interior angle, hexagon if you just go through, we have 6 equilateral triangles here. If you just work on it, we got 6 equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangle we know, interior angle is 60 degrees, right? So here 60, here 60. Total it will be 120 degrees. So here this angle is 120 degrees. Here also it's 120, here also 120, here also 120. So like that 120, 120, 120, all interior angles. It's 6 equilateral triangles in this hexagon, that each equilateral triangle interior angle 60, here 60, here 60, 120 degrees we got, right. Now that is the input we are using for this previous question. 120 degrees is the interior angle. See here, this angle is 120 degrees. We have a circle, okay, part of that is covered. So this angle is 120 degrees, right. You know area of circle is pi r square, but they want only this shaded part, that's area of sector. Area of sector is nothing but pi r square into theta divided by angle divided by 360 degrees. See if theta is 360, this will cancel, that's area of circle pi r square will cover, that anyhow you people know. Here interior angle 120 degrees, that's the content we will learn from this hexagon. Okay, 6 equilateral triangles, 60, 60, 120 we got. And here radius is nothing but equal to this part, so which is nothing but equal to side. This is 6 equilateral triangles as we mentioned. You can see this part also radius we can consider. Radius is equal to side of the hexagon. So radius here is side of the hexagon which is 5. So pi into 5 square, theta is 120 degrees here. So we got it's 25 pi divided by 3. So if it is a fill the blank, we need to simplify it, or if it is depends on options, so we have to mark. If it is option based, you mark 25 pi by 3, or you have to take pi value 22/7 and just substitute that in the options, right. Now see the second question my dear friends, logarithm, very easy question they given related to logarithms. They given a value 30 factorial, b 50 factorial, c 100 factorial. Instead of factorial you take 30, 50, 100 also, you can solve this question. A is 30, b is 50, c is 100, or 30 factorial, 50 factorial, 100 factorial. One basic thing you required is, we discussed in regular sessions, log x base y is nothing but log x divided by log y. That's it, very simple thing. If you know this point, this question is done. You have to calculate 4 things and you have to put in arrange that in ascending order. This is not mentioned here, we have to arrange in ascending order. We have to put in ascending order from low value to high value we have to arrange, right. You take a value 30, b 50, c 100 also. Here log c base a, log c base a is nothing but log c divided by log a. I am taking c value 100. You can take 100 factorial also, okay fine, let it be 100 factorial. Log a is nothing but 30 factorial, that is log c base a. Definitely numerator is higher, denominator least, this will be the highest one. log C base A is the highest among all. So highest position log C base A, this is ascending order, my dear. Not mentioned in question here, okay, they asked actually ascending order as per the data from the students, ascending order. Log C base A required, so it's not log B base A. What is the least value is smallest divided by highest, right? Smallest A value 30, largest is C 100, so definitely log A base C will be the smallest. I'm just deciding the smallest and biggest value among the given terms. So log C base A is the largest one. Log A base C means log 30 factorial upon log 100 factorial. Lot of students worried about the value, actually value not required. Is it smallest or largest? That's the thing, right? So this is the smallest one, log A base C, and log C base C is nothing but largest one. So smallest is log A base C, okay, that's available in B option, largest log C base C. No need to work on all the things, you just use this option elimination, okay, it's option B is the correct one, right? Now see the next question, my dear friends. Here also they asked regarding, okay, geometry concept, area, shaded area. So this is the shaded portion here, if it's not visible, this is the shaded part area you need to calculate. This part area you need to calculate, right? Fine, so here one simple trick, okay, side, each, this is a square, each side is 4, 4, right? Now see the simple point, okay, no need of using any formulas also, it's a basic thing. So if you see, divide this into two parts, okay, here this is a semicircle, I divide this into two parts, semicircle, this is okay 1/4 of the circle, this is 1/4 of the circle, you want only shaded area, right? Now this shaded area, I can put it here, this you can flip it, I can use it here. This one if I flip, I can use it here. It's nothing but half of this portion, this entire square, half of that is what they are asking. No need to do, okay, area of semicircle, area of rectangle, subtract that, all not required. This part you just dump it here, okay, this part you just move here, this entire will be the shaded area, right? So this length is nothing but 4, height is 2. It's a rectangle with length 4 and height or breadth we can consider as 2. So shaded area is nothing but, our required area, our shaded area is nothing but 4 into 2, which is 8 centimeters square. As I mentioned, units is centimeters, right? So no need of that semicircle and all, okay, just simple point to do this question. Shaded part, shaded area. Now see the next question, my dear friends. Syllogism is very, very important topic we mentioned. Here they ask the question related to syllogism. They given a statement and you need to conclude which is correct among the options. The statement given is, some humans are intelligent. So we know some humans are intelligent means this is one diagram, some humans are intelligent. The other one, some humans are intelligent. This is entire humans area, a part of that is occupied by intelligence. So both diagrams we should consider, okay. Now some humans are intelligent, some humans are intelligent, both we consider. Now see the first conclusion, some intelligent beings are human. Yes, some intelligence are human, and we know in syllogism concept, whenever all is there we can take some. All students are good means students in my class is obviously good. So whenever all is there we can take some. Here all intelligent are human beings means when you can take some, when all is there take it granted, some is true. So from both the diagrams I can say some intelligence are human is correct. No human is intelligent means human and intelligent are not connected, but both diagrams they are connected. So second conclusion not valid. All human are intelligent. That is true. I think in both cases it's fail. All human are intelligent, that's contradicting with the statement. Statement said some people are intelligent. The conclusion saying all is not correct. Next, intelligent are not human. Intelligent are not human. Okay, here all intelligence are human, that's failed. If it failed in one diagram also ignore that. So it's simple, option A is correct. Syllogism related question, they given one statement only. From that statement we need to do the conclusion. And these are the questions we got from the students. Okay, once all questions are received, we will give in detail solution. We will upload that PDF in our portal as well. So wait for that, my dear friends. So please wait for a few minutes.
Students, hello students. So far, we have provided solutions for most of the questions of this GATE 23 morning session civil engineering paper. But still, there are a few more questions for which the solutions could not be provided. The reason is the full data is not available for these remaining questions. So with the available scanty data, providing a solution for the remaining questions not possible. Anyway, nothing to worry about. Within a couple of days, the IIT is going to upload the paper. Definitely we provide for all the questions in detail the exact solution. Nothing to worry about this. And one more point, from our perception, if you see all the questions of this morning session paper of civil in the GATE 23, it seems to be somewhat easy. Somewhat easy. Of course, this is our perception. And if you have performed well, well and good, you deserve all the appreciation. In case you could not perform up to your expectation, definitely you may have some temporary disappointment, but don't worry too much about this. Whatever the knowledge and the content that you got from this previous, preparation for this GATE 23 examination, definitely this will be definitely helpful to you in all your future upcoming examinations. Right? Be optimistic and wish you all good luck in all your future endeavors. God bless you.